Hello students, in the last video we started a new chapter 6, Accounting Equations. We had discussed various transactions and their effects on assets and liabilities. We had also discussed about the format of balance sheet, and both sides of balance sheet are always equal. Today we will do some more transaction and we'll see their effects on assets and liabilities. See, first transaction I have written over here. Purchase goods for cash 60,000 and on credit 1,50,000. We are purchasing some goods in cash and some on credit. So total purchase of goods 60,000 and 1,50,000. Total purchase is 2,10,000. Total purchase 2,10,000. And cash payment is 60,000. It will be deducted from cash. And we have purchased 1,50,000 on credit. It will affect on creditors. Clear? Cash payment will be deducted from cash and credit purchase will affect on creditors. So see its effect on assets and liability. Our equation is assets is equal to liability plus capital. Under assets, two accounts will be affected, cash and stock. And under liability there is one account, that is creditor. See, cash payment 60,000 will be deducted from cash and credit purchase will affect on creditors. So creditors will increase by 1,50,000. Now total stock will be increased by, that is 60,000 and 1,50,000, 2,10,000. We will add 2,10,000 in stock. Cash will be reduced by 60,000 and creditors will be increased by 1,50,000. See, effect 2,10,000 minus 60,000, that is 1,50,000. Here also 1,50,000. Both sides are equal. Clear? See next. Sold goods for cash costing 40,000 at a profit of 20%. We are selling goods at a profit of 20% on cost, and on credit we are selling goods 72,000 by earning profit 25%. So for this you have to do working notes, means you have to do working calculation, and it must be in your notebooks with your question. See, cost is 40,000, profit you earn, that is 20%. So 20% of 40,000, that is 8,000. Then total sale 48,000. Next, cost is 72,000. Profit is 25%, that is 18,000. Total sale 90,000. This is our cash sale. This is our cash sale 48,000. This is our credit sale 98,000. Now see how will they affect assets and liabilities. Total profit is 8,000 plus 18,000. Total profit in cash and credit sale is 26,000. And where profit goes? In capital. In capital, profits are added and losses are subtracted. So 26,000 will be added in capital. Clear? Now what is total cost? 40,000 plus 72,000. We are selling goods costing 40,000 and costing 72,000. Total cost 1,12,000. So our stock is reduced by 1,12,000. Clear? Stock will be reduced by 1,12,000. Now see, cash sale, this amount will be added in cash, and credit sale, it will affect our debtors. Credit sale connection is with debtors. So by 90,000 debtors will be increased. By 48,000 cash will be increased. Total cost, stock of total cost 1,12,000. So stock is reduced by 1,12,000 and capital is added by 26,000. That is our profit. Now see its effect. Cash, stock, debtors, and here creditors. Then our cash sale 48,000 will be added in cash. Stock is reduced by 1,12,000 and debtors will be increased by 90,000. Credit sale. No effect on creditors, and capital we will add 26,000. If you are solving this equation 48 plus 90 minus 1,12,000, it is 26,000, and this side is, here is also 26,000. Both sides are equal. Clear? Next, rent paid 5,000, rent outstanding 2,000. Now rent paid is our expense. Rent paid is our expense, and expenses are deducted from cash and capital. All expenses are deducted from cash and capital. No separate account is opened for expenses and income. But rent outstanding 2,000, it is our liability. Rent outstanding, it is our liability. Rent outstanding means rent is due for payment, but we are not able to pay it right now. So it is our liability, and for liability we have to open a new account, that is outstanding expenses. This liability name is outstanding expenses. Clear? Rent paid, simple expense, will be deducted from cash and capital, and rent outstanding will not affect on cash, as we are not paying in cash, it is due for payment. So it will affect on capital, will be deducted, but we will add it in newly opened account, that is outstanding expenses. It is a liability and we have to open a new account, outstanding expenses, for this liability. Clear? Now see its effect. Assets is equal to liability plus capital, cash. Cash will be reduced by this 5,000 only, because we are paying rent 5,000 in cash. And in capital, total rent payable is paid 5,000 and payable 2,000. Total rent is 7,000. So capital is reduced by 7,000. 5,000 we have paid and 2,000 we will pay later on. Clear? And newly opened account, outstanding expenses, that is 2,000. Our liability is 2,000. Clear? So see, 7,000 minus 2,000, 5,000, and here is also 5,000. Clear? Minus 7,000 plus 2,000 minus 5,000, and here is also minus 5,000, and both sides are equal. I am repeating again, this 2,000 is our liability, so we will open a new account, outstanding expenses, for this liability. And total capital will be reduced by 7,000, as total rent is 7,000, 5,000 is paid in cash and 2,000 is due. So capital is reduced by 7,000, cash will be reduced by 5,000, and 2,000 are liability. Clear? See next. Advance salary, or we can say prepaid salary. All prepaid expenses are our assets, current assets. All prepaid expenses are our current assets, because we have paid in advance and we will take these expenses benefit in future. So these are our current assets. Clear? All prepaid expenses are our current assets, so we have to make an account for these current assets. Clear? As we know, we have to open account for assets and liability, not for expenses and incomes. But this expense is a prepaid expense, and prepaid expenses are our current assets, because we are paid in advance and its benefit we will get in future. So till now they are our current assets. So their effect on cash, both are our assets, cash and prepaid expenses. Two accounts will be affected, cash and prepaid expenses. Cash will be reduced by 3,000 and prepaid expenses, it's our asset, will be added by 3,000. See its effect. Assets is equal to liability plus capital. In assets, cash and prepaid expenses, both effects are on asset side. Cash is reduced by 3,000 and assets increased by 3,000. So effect is 0. 0 is equal to 0. Clear? See next. Goods destroyed by fire, rupees 5,000. It is our loss. All losses go to capital. Clear? All losses go to capital. So 5,000 loss is deducted from capital, and another effect, goods. Goods are destroyed means goods are reduced. It will affect on our stock. So two accounts affected are stock and capital. Stock is reduced by 500 and there is a loss of 500, so capital will be reduced by 500. All losses, all expenses are deducted from capital. So its effect, stock will be reduced by 500 and capital will be reduced by 500. See next. Goods costing 75,000 sold at a profit of 33 1/3%. Half payment received in cash. So first is working notes. Cost 75,000, profit 33 1/3%. If you calculate 33 1/3% of 75,000, then it is 1/3 of 75,000, that is 25,000. Our profit is 25,000. Cost plus profit is equal to sale. So our total sale is 1 lakh. Cost plus profit is equal to sale, that is 1 lakh. Clear? Now, total sale is divided into two parts. Half payment is received in cash, means half sale is in cash and half is in credit. So we have divided in two parts, cash sale and credit sale. 50,000, 50,000. Cash sale 50,000. 50,000. 50,000 will be added in cash and 50,000 will be added in debtor. Clear? And cost of stock is 75,000. So stock is reduced by 75,000. Profit we will add in capital. Now see its effect. Cash, stock, debtor. Three assets are affected. Cash is increased by 50,000. We will add 50,000 in cash. Stock is reduced by 75,000. 75,000 we will deduct it from stock. Then our debtors are increased by 50,000. Debtors are increased by 50,000. Half sale in cash, half in credit. 50,000, 50,000. And stock is reduced by 75,000. Profit of 25,000 will be added in capital. We will add 25,000 in capital, no liability is there. See effect. 50 plus 50, 1 lakh, 1 lakh minus 75,000, 25,000, that is equal to 25,000. Clear? So these are some transactions and I have discussed their effect on assets and liabilities. And these will help you in solving your practical questions.